Dear students, now we are going to see the next heat treatment process is nothing but the case hardening. So, dear students, in this process, the hardness of the surface is increased or improved by diffusing the elements. Which elements? The elements like carbon and nitrogen at the interstitial sides of the component. So this is known as the case hardening. What is done here? The surface hardness is increased by diffusion of the elements, कौन से? कार्बन एंड नाइट्रोजन at the interstitial sites, or by diffusing the interstitial elements like carbon and nitrogen onto the surface of the component, we are going to increase the hardness, which is known as this case hardening process, isn't it? So dear students, in this case hardening process, we are having the three processes. That is, first process we are going to see, that is the carburizing. Then there is a nitriding, and third one is the cyaniding. So let us see here the first process, carburizing. So dear students, please remember that when we talk about these case hardening processes, so very important thing is that these case hardening processes are suitable only for the low carbon steels. What I am saying, these processes are very useful for low carbon steels, or the steels which are having the percentage of carbon up to 18%, 0.18%, or the steels having the percentage of carbon as 0.15, and they are containing nickel up to 3%, the percentage of nickel up to 3. So only generally low carbon steels, they are suitable for the case hardening. Why? Because see, when you talk about, we have seen in case of the hardenability, in case of hardenability test also, whatever the depth of hardenability we have got for the low carbon steel is very less. So low carbon steel, they are not generally get hardened by hardening. So that is the reason why by adding these penetrating the interstitial elements like carbon and nitrogen, we can able to increase the surface hardness of low carbon steels. So please remember, very important point for the case hardening, they are generally suitable for low carbon steels up to 0.18% carbon, or the carbon containing 0.15%, and in addition to that there is nickel 3%, then this carburizing is most suitable. So in carburizing, very simple, now we are going to penetrate, or we are going to send the carbon atoms onto the surface of the given low carbon steel. So this is the carburizing. And please remember, just now we have seen about the surface hardening process where only the surface is heated up to the austenitic region, but here the entire specimen is going to heat in the furnace, please remember, and on that heated surface or on that heated component, we are penetrating the interstitial elements like carbon and nitrogen, or both. Let us see first carburizing. So in carburizing, suppose this is a furnace, and here is our low carbon steel component. Low carbon steel component is there. So in this carburizing process, this specimen in the furnace, this is furnace, is heated up to 850 degrees centigrade. Please remember, here this low carbon steel specimen is heated up to 850 degrees centigrade, and then we are passing either the carbon dioxide or carbon monoxide in this furnace. So what will happen? So at this high temperature, this CO2 or this carbon monoxide get decomposes or get reduced. Actually, by reduction process, the carbon atom is get separated, and here the oxygen will come out, and this reduced carbon is going to penetrate onto the surface of this low carbon steel specimen. Okay, and it will, up to certain depth, this carbon, reduced carbon, will get penetrated onto the surface. Basically I have to show below this, but assume that this was our low carbon steel specimen, and now this carbon is penetrating, or we are sending this carbon to the interstitial sites of this low carbon steel. So definitely, whatever this thickness up to which this carbon in case of carburizing, the nitrogen in case of nitriding, are getting penetrated onto the surface layer is known as the case depth. This distance, ये जो thickness है, इसको क्या बोलते हैं? Case depth. CD is known as case depth. Please remember this. So CD is nothing but what? Case depth. What is definition of case depth? The depth onto the surface of the specimen up to which this carbon or nitrogen are getting penetrated. So this is the case depth. If you look at the value of case depth for this carburizing, so it is 0.5 per 2.5 hours. How much case depth you are getting here in case of the carburizing? That is 0.5 millimeter. So not millimeter, it is 0.5 meter per 2.5 hours. In 2.5 hours, we can get this penetration or get this value of CD up to 0.5 meter. Now see, if we see the reaction, this carbon dioxide reduced to C plus O2, and this carbon is penetrating onto the surface. This is the carburizing. Very simple. In same fashion, we can have the nitriding. Now in nitriding, instead of this when the low carbon steel is heated up to 950 degrees centigrade. So what is this heat here? Temperature 950 degrees centigrade. यहाँ पे कितना था? Component 850 degree centigrade तक heat करना था. After heating the component up to 850 degree centigrade, we are sending this carbonious mixture of CO2 or CO. We are sending into the furnace where we are getting this carbon. Okay, and that carbon is penetrating onto the surface. And in this, what actually this layer is forming? It is a hard layer, no? So it is what? Iron carbide it is formed. Iron carbide. In case of carburizing, which is formed on the surface, that is Fe3C, that is iron carbide is formed and making the surface harder, isn't it? So let us look in case of the nitriding what is happening. Let us see here. So dear students, so after seeing the carburizing, we were looking for this nitriding process. The nitriding. So in the nitriding process, we are of course using the low carbon steel specimen which is heated in this furnace. What is the temperature? Here in nitriding, the temperature up to 950 degree centigrade. And when this low carbon steel specimen is heated to this 950 degree centigrade, we are passing the ammonia gas. We are passing the ammonia gas into this furnace. So what will happen? By the reduction process, from this ammonia, the nitrogen will get released. and that nitrogen, what is the reaction we can have here? This is twice NH3 we reduce to give twice N plus thrice H2, and here from this hydrogen will come out. So this nitrogen is now going to penetrate on to the surface of this low carbon steel specimen and creating this surface of this specimen hard up to certain depth, and that depth we know what is that depth is called it as the case depth. This is the case depth. If you look at the value for this case depth in the case of nitriding, so it is around again 0.5 meter but per 100 R. Per 100 R. This is the case depth that we are going to get in case of this nitriding, isn't it? So as like in carburizing, this layer was made up of the iron carbide. So same fashion here, when this nitrogen is penetrated on the surface of this low carbon steel specimen, it will form the hard layer of or the hard surface of this iron nitride. This Fe3N is what? Fe3N is what? The iron nitride. So dear student, this is how this nitriding is basically done. Now dear students, if you want to see what are the advantages actually we are going to get in the nitrided component compared to the carburized component, let us see that. So the first advantage that we are having, that is these nitrided components are having the high corrosion resistance. High corrosion resistance. Second thing, they are having good vibration absorption capacity, or shock, I can say, very good shock absorption capacity, nitrided components. Then they are having more fatigue life, more fatigue strength you can have, more fatigue strength. Then they are having less wear rate or low coefficient of friction, low coefficient of friction, isn't it? So these are certain important advantages that the nitrided components have over the carburized components. If you look at where these nitrided components are basically used, if you see the application of this, so they are used in the aeroplane engines. This nitriding actually process used in the Formula 1 car engines. So this is basic applications of this nitriding process. And if we talk about what are the disadvantages or limitations for this nitriding, so very importantly is that we are getting the less case depth in case of the nitriding, and if you want to increase that case depth, we have to supply more amount of ammonia. For increasing the CD, we have to supply maximum amount of NH3, and of course this is costly. Okay, so cost of the process goes on increasing. So that is one thing, and the another thing is that nitriding, first thing the cost, and second thing the temperature of the process is quite high. Temperature of process is high. So this is basically the comparison, advantages of nitriding and the applications of nitriding. Okay, now after this nitriding, there is one more case hardening process that we have, that is the cyaniding. So dear students, if you see the cyaniding, so here the mixture is having NaCN, Na2CO3 and NaCl. This is the solution, and this low carbon steel component is heated up to temperature 900 degrees centigrade in this cyaniding salt bath, isn't it? This is the cyaniding process. So temperature कहाँ तक जाता है? Temperature is around 900 degrees centigrade, isn't it? And we are getting the case depth of up to 2.5 mm. Now see here, when this temperature is reached around 900 degrees centigrade, so in this cyaniding solution we can have the nitrogen and carbon. The carbon and nitrogen atoms are going to penetrate onto the surface of this low carbon steel specimen, and we are getting this case depth CD. See, and what this will form? So on this layer we are going to get the iron carbide, that is Fe3C, and what we are going to have? Iron nitride. Iron nitride, that is Fe3N, isn't it? So in this way we are going to have the increase in the hardness on the layer of this specimen in cyaniding. So dear students, if we compare the case depth in case of nitriding, cyaniding and the carburizing, so in which process we are getting the maximum CD value? So we know that the CD value will be maximum in carburizing, then in nitriding, then in cyaniding, actually nitriding having low CD value, and finally in nitriding. So please remember, this is very important. So where you get the maximum depth of hardness or that layer, maximum in carburizing, then in cyaniding and then in nitriding. Now we also seen the comparison for the depth of hardenability, if you remember. So compared to this low carbon steel, medium carbon steel, as we have seen in Germany and quench test, after if you have the low carbon steel, say 0.2% of carbon, so we are getting very less this depth of hardenability, but when the carbon percent goes on increasing, we are going to get the maximum depth of hardenability. Say this is carbon of percent 1.4. So depth of hardenability we know is minimum for low carbon steels, and that is the reason why this low carbon steel cannot get hardened by this hardening process. We have to go for some different surface hardening processes for that, isn't it? And then depth of hardening is more for medium carbon steel, and again this is more in high carbon steel, then medium carbon steel, and then very less in low carbon steel. So please keep it in mind. So these are the three processes which are falling under the heading case hardening process. Thank you.